This is Ryan Trahan.
Howdy.
He went from being a high school kid making vlogs about running to one of the most celebrated YouTubers on the planet. But how did he do it? One of the reasons Ryan consistently gains millions of views and subscribers is because he is a master storyteller. So today I'm going to share 4 things that make Ryan's videos so engaging, and then I'm going to share some common mistakes that people make when they're first starting out. And stick around to the end because I'm going to show you how you can use these tips to improve your own storytelling, get more views, and keep people watching. Let's get into it. So to understand how Ryan uses storytelling in his videos, we're going to look at his most popular video. I spent 100 days in the metaverse. Sitting at 33 million views, Ryan takes you on a roller coaster of emotions of trying to become the most popular person in the metaverse. Now, spoiler alert, this video will contain spoilers, so if you haven't watched that video, go ahead and jump over there, watch it, and then come back. All right, so the first reason Ryan's stories work so well is because they all have a clear structure. Now, the structure of the video is kind of like the foundation of the entire video, so you want to make sure it's easy to follow and people know where you're going. Now, you've probably noticed this. In the first 30 seconds is when you can lose the most viewers. But the question is, how do you keep people watching? Now, Ryan does a couple things that may seem obvious, but a lot of people overlook them. And the first thing is he tells you what the goal of the video is.
One metaverse day is apparently 30 minutes in real life time, and I'm going to be spending the next 100 metaverse days in this headset.
So in the first 30 seconds, you know what the goal is and what the rules are. And that's a simple structure, but a lot of these challenge style videos follow that exactly. Like in the Mr. Beast Squid Games, people watch until the end because they want to see who wins the money. But with these challenge videos, one of the hardest things is to get people invested in the story. And Ryan does this really well by doing one thing. He uses characters. So I guess if you want people to care, make sure you use characters. I apologize. But really, in all of Ryan's videos, he has so many characters. Like in his Pokemon video, he gives every Pokemon a unique name so we can follow it on the journey. And we have some greats like...
Caught a Doug trio and named it Weed'em Boys. Welcome to the team, Quack Boom. Welcome to the team, Dale the Whale.
Now, while this is admittedly goofy and kind of funny, when we put a name to the character, we start to care about it. We see it get found, fight in battles, evolve, grow up, and at the end, we are sticking around just to see where these characters are gonna go. And we cannot even think of these Pokemon dying.
Rest in peace, Gary. Randy also died.
So Ryan reels us in with these big and interesting ideas, but then he keeps us watching because we are invested in the characters. Now, back to the metaverse video. Now, becoming the most popular person in the metaverse was not smooth sailing by any means.
This old man just took my stuff. Hello? This old man's harassing me.
Throughout the journey, Ryan was sharing his ups and downs. Ryan starts off going into the metaverse feeling like an outsider.
What if no one likes me?
He doesn't have any friends, and then once he does make a friend, his friend dies and then comes back, but then dies again and then comes back. Like I said, roller coaster of emotions. But these obstacles are what keep it interesting. So with every problem that comes up, we start to question if Ryan can really complete the challenge. Now, if you stop there, you have a pretty engaging story. But Ryan actually takes it to the next level and makes the audience feel real emotion. You see, when Ryan is planning his videos, he is very intentional about what kind of emotions he wants the audience to feel. And when you think about it, one of the reasons it is a roller coaster of emotions is because how quickly the mood in the video changes. It goes from chill and relaxing to energetic and excited to sad and reflective, all in the matter of seconds. Now, there is no doubt Ryan has learned how to make people feel something. But how does he do it? One of the biggest drivers of emotion is music. And I'm sure you know this because when you listen to a sad song, you probably feel sad. Or you turn on your gym playlist when you want to get hyped. The music in movies or videos tell us what emotion we're supposed to feel. And Ryan, knowing that, he actually uses sound design and music to convey that emotion. Now, Ryan is a master storyteller, but when you're first starting, there's a couple of mistakes that you need to avoid. The first one is not having a clear goal. Now, to be fair, vlogs back in the day were kind of like this. Like you would just go on throughout your day, not really have a clear objective, and just show people what you're doing along the way. Now, if you're more of a personality-based channel and you already have a big following, you can kind of get away with that because people just want to hang out with you. But unfortunately, if you don't already have that built-in following, people are not gonna care enough to stick around for your personality. Something needs to happen. They need to get something out of the video. Now, another common mistake people have is not having any conflict at all. The problems in our video are what makes it interesting. And every time a problem comes up, the viewer wonders if we're really gonna be able to complete the challenge. So they have to keep watching to know what happens. And if you don't have those problems, the story just isn't going to be as interesting. So the real question is, how do you apply this to your own videos? Well, let me give you 3 quick things that will level up your storytelling game. Now, the first one might seem obvious, but it's also very helpful. And that's planning out your story beforehand. Now, if your video isn't completely scripted, this can be a little bit harder, but you can still plan out the basic structure of your video. And here's a super simple framework that you can steal. You start with the character who has a desire, and they have to overcome obstacles to achieve that desire. Now, at the beginning, you don't even have to know what those obstacles are going to be, but you just want to make a point to share those ups and downs as the story goes on. Now, the next one is a great way to speed up your workflow in the process, and that's creating a music library. So what you want to do is you want to go to somewhere where you can download music. You have paid options and you have free options. And what you want to do is you want to create folders of different emotions on your computer. And then for each of those emotions, you want to download a handful of songs, so then when you're editing your video, you already have some options to choose from when you're trying to convey a specific emotion. All right, the last one is the cherry on top for Ryan's videos. At the end of the challenge, he tells you the moral of the story, or he shows his transformation. You see where Ryan started and you see how the journey has changed him. You see, storytelling really is an art, and one of the best ways to improve is just by doing it over and over again. Hey, if you found this helpful, go ahead and hit that subscribe button, and I'll see you next time.